Installation of POP fiber optic network hubs. MOTAC targets up to 77 billion ringgit in tourism revenue in 2025. The subsidy for this year's Hajj pilgrimage will be decided after the Hajj quota for the country has been finalized by the Saudi Arabian government. According to Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Religious Affairs, Dato' Idris Ahmad, he would discuss with Tabung Haji or TH on the cost of performing the pilgrimage for Muassasa Hajj pilgrims before presenting it to the cabinet that would make the final decision on the matter.
Apabila dapat bilangan kota sebenar dapat, insya-Allah kita akan sit down untuk final lah. Kita jumlah subsidi yang kita berikan.
Speaking to reporters when asked on the matter after handing out Ramadan contributions yesterday, he said he cannot announce the amount yet as it is still under embargo. However, he gave the assurance that the government will continue to provide subsidy for performing the Hajj pilgrimage this year. Last Thursday, TH announced that the cost for Hajj pilgrimage has increased 12% this year compared to 22,900 ringgit per person in 2019. This is due to the increase of value-added tax or VAT from 5% to 15%, as well as other service charges. TH had maintained the payment rate of 9,980 ringgit for the past 13 years, despite the yearly increase in costs. The Communications and Multimedia Ministry, KCOM, has allocated a total of 4 billion ringgit for the installation of point of presence or POP fiber optic network hubs involving nearly 4,000 schools nationwide. Its Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa said the installation of optical fiber will involve schools in the northern, central, southern and eastern zones, as well as Sabah and Sarawak. Elaborating further on the matter, Tan Sri Anwar said with the availability of optical fiber, there will be an internet network that will have more stability and a higher speed under the POP. Meanwhile, when asked about KCOM's readiness to collaborate with the Rural Development Ministry, he said his ministry welcomed the cooperation, especially to improve the quality of fiber optic network services. He said it is most important for KCOM to provide internet network stability to all schools in rural areas, especially in areas that have not received quality services.
Saya mengalu-alukan kerjasama itu kerana KPLB boleh membekalkan kepada kita lokasi tadika kemas. Kemudian kita boleh minta SKMM untuk membuat evaluation tahap capaian kemudahan internet di situ. Dan kita boleh berikan keutamaan kepada tadika kemas untuk dinaik tarafkan bekalan supaya anak-anak yang belajar di situ dia boleh menggunakan peranti-peranti yang sesuai dan mengikuti program-program online yang sesuai dengan pembelajaran di peringkat tadika.
The media has previously reported that KPLB was hoping to strengthen cooperation with KCOM to upgrade digitalization and internet access in Kemas kindergartens nationwide. The Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry, MOTAC, aims to generate between 47 to 77 billion ringgit in tourism revenue through the arrival of 16 to 22 million international tourists in 2025. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, said the reopening of the country's borders from 1st April came as good news to the entire chain of the tourism and culture sector to generate income.
MOTAC menyasarkan kemasukan kira-kira 2 juta pelancong dan dari luar negara ke Malaysia pada tahun ini dengan pendapatan sebanyak 8.6 bilion ringgit. Ia adalah unjuran awal yang sudah tentunya akan dipengaruhi oleh keadaan semasa.
In the meantime, she said the collaboration of various sectors, including transportation, hospitality and recreation centres, could ensure the smooth running of the tourism and culture ecosystem and, in turn, help accelerate the country's economic recovery phase. Datuk Sri Nancy said this after officiating the Kids Safe Travel campaign organised by Ola and Oli Sdn Bhd at the Federal Capital. The Minister also commended the organisation of programmes that involve strategic cooperation with other parties, such as the one conducted by Ola and Oli and Kereta Api Tanah Melayu Berhad (KTMB) with small and medium enterprises born from the tourism ecosystem. She said MOTAC welcomes such cooperation and even provides the Tourism, Arts and Culture Matching Grant to assist industry players from various sectors and backgrounds in organising high-impact tourism, arts and culture programs or events this year. Registration for the 150 ringgit in the form of e-cash credit under the e-Pemula program begins today. Now, the aid is specifically provided for eligible youths aged 18 to 20 and full-time students at local institutions of higher learning (IPTs). According to a statement by the Ministry of Finance, the e-cash credit will be distributed through 4 service providers, namely BigPay, GrabPay, ShopeePay and Touch and Go e-wallet. Additional incentives will also be provided in the form of cashback, vouchers, accumulated points or coins during the program period. The e-Pemula registration and claim period will be open beginning today until 1st of June, while the e-Pemula credit and matching benefits from the e-cash service providers can be spent until 10th June 2022. e-Pemula is a cashless transaction scheme for youths aged between 18 and 20 years old, as well as full-time students in higher learning institutions, where 150 ringgit will be credited on a one-off basis into their respective e-wallets. The government has allocated 300 million ringgit for the program through the 2022 budget. A malfunction to the pitot-static system caused a flight MH2664 to make an air turnback to the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA while en route to Tawau last Sunday. The Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, CAAM, Chief Executive Officer Datuk Chester Wu said that was the finding released after CAAM reviewed the initial safety investigation and engineering reports regarding the incident. He said based on initial reports extracted from the flight data recorder, it was determined that a technical issue had occurred during the flight due to a malfunction to the pitot-static system. The pitot-static system is an instrument that measures pressure differences to determine airspeed and altitude. Datuk Wu said the malfunction produced a false speed indication, resulting in the aircraft to pitch up and deactivated the autopilot. In response to this, he said the pilot in command's immediate and correct reaction was to regain positive control of the aircraft. He noted that the action was crucial to ensure that the aircraft remains under pilot control based on remaining accurate indications by using remaining instruments. Datuk Wu said the flight crew's initial actions and the execution of the abnormal recovery checklist as per standard operating procedure was sufficient based on CAAM's investigations of the initial reports and based on the FDR. He said CAAM has instructed Malaysia Airlines Berhad to immediately implement several requirements to maintain effective safety oversight. The requirements include enhancing MAB's upset prevention and recovery training UPRT program to emphasize initial reaction and time taken to respond to issues. Darul Ta'zim JDT looked comfortable as they maintained a perfect start following 4 matches when beating Terengganu FC 2-1 at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in Iskandar Puteri last night. Brazilian-born striker Bergson da Silva emerged as the hero of the Southern Tigers squad after he scored both goals for the team in the first half. JDT gained the lead in the 7th minute after imported player Da Silva headed in a Corbin Ong pass into the net past TFC's goalkeeper Rahad Ziali's Rahalim. The Turtle squad managed to find an equaliser through Kapah Sherman in the 31st minute, but was cancelled by Da Silva just 2 minutes later with another header thanks to a smart pass by Arif Aiman, thus securing JDT's victory for the night. With 12 points from the first 4 games, Benjamin Mora's men look poised in their mission to win the league championship for the 9th time in a row. That's it from us this afternoon. In our top story today, 4 billion ringgit allocation for installation of POP fibre optic network hubs. I'm Mohana Priya. Thank you for your company. Stay tuned to TV2.